Assalamualaikum and good morning everyone. Today I will be presenting of sustainability reporting within the Malaysia conglomerate industry with a specific focus on Genting Berhad and also a Sunway Berhad. So the Malaysia conglomerate industry play a vital role in national economic development. This larger corporation operate across multiple sectors such as property, hospitality, gaming, healthcare, energy, and also infrastructure. Due to their size and wide-ranging environmental and social impact, conglomerate are increased under a scrutiny from investor, regulation, and other stakeholders, particularly in relation to sustainable practice and long-term value creation. As a result, high-quality sustainability reporting has become increasingly important. Stakeholder today expect a company not only to deliver a financial performance but also demonstrate a responsible environmental management, strong governance, and positive social contribution. This study focused on Genting Berhad and also Sunway Berhad, two prominent Malaysian conglomerates with extensive regional and international operation. Both companies operate in industries that are exposed to the environmental risk, regulatory pressure, and climate-related challenges, making a sustainability disclosure particularly relevant and material. This important sustainability reporting has been further strengthened by the introduction of IFRS S1 and also IFRS S2. So, IFRS S1 required companies to disclose sustainability-related risks and opportunities that may reasonably affect enterprise value. IFRS S2 focus specific on a climate-related disclosure, including a governance strategy, risk management metric, and also a target. This standard aim to enhance the consistency, comparability, and decision usefulness of sustainability information for capital market participants. In a Malaysia sustainability reporting and also support by the National Sustainability Reporting Framework or NSRF Phase 1, which encourage listed companies to progressively align their disclosure with international standards such as IFRS S1 and also IFRS S2. So together IFRS S1 and S2 and also NSRF Phase 1 form a comprehensive framework that strengthens transparency, accountability, and also investor confidence. Therefore, the study evaluates how Genting Berhad and Sunway respond to their requirement and how their sustainability reporting align with financial performance. So, I will move forward to the Genting Berhad first. So, Genting Berhad is a diversified multinational conglomerate headquarters in Malaysia. Its core business include leisure and hospitality, gaming and entertainment, and also have a plantation and oil and gas. The group operate across several key markets including Malaysia, Singapore, the United States, and the United Kingdom. One of Genting's flagship development is a resort Old Genting, which positions its group as a major player in the global leisure and tourist industry. For the financial year 2024, Genting Berhad reported a stable revenue performance, supported by the recovery of tourism and hospitality activity following the pandemic period. Despite facing higher operating costs and regulatory pressure, the group managed to maintain profitability. From a financial position perspective, Genting demonstrated a moderate leverage and adequate liquidity, allow the group to continue funding both operational needs and sustainability-related initiative. In terms of sustainability reporting, Genting disclosure a largely qualitative with a growing emphasis on environmental management, governance practice, and social responsibility. However, there remain a room for further enhancement in quantitative metric and climate-related disclosure in line with IFRS S1 and IFRS S2. So next, I will discuss about Sunway Berhad. So Sunway Berhad is one of Southeast Asia leading conglomerate with diversified business segment that include a property development, construction, healthcare, education, leisure, hospitality, and manufacturing. The group operates under its distributed on operate business model. Sunway is guided by its sustainability philosophy, known as a progress with a purpose, which integrates sustainability into a long-term corporate strategy. For the financial year 2024, Sunway Berhad recorded a strong financial performance, derived mainly by a recurring income from healthcare, education, and property investment segment. The group demonstrates a robust profitability, healthy liquidity, and prudent leverage management. Sunway is widely recognized for its advanced sustainability practice, including alignment with the United Nations Sustainability Development Goal and long-term commitment to achieve a net zero carbon emission by 2050. The strong sustainability foundation position Sunway Berhad well for comprehensive and high-quality sustainability disclosure in line with IFRS S1 and IFRS S2, making it useful benchmark for a comparison against Genting Berhad. That's all from me. Thank you.
Moving on to the IFRS S1 evaluation for Genting Berhad. First, for clarity and connectivity, we rate the company a 4 out of 5. Genting Malaysia clearly presents its sustainability framework through 4 ESG pillars: sound governance, marketplace stewardship, protecting the environment, and uplifting people, which are logically linked to its business strategy and value creation. Sustainability disclosures are connected to operational performance and stakeholders' outcome. However, the link between sustainability, performance, and quantified financial statement line items is not always explicit, preventing a full score. Second, for specificity and materiality, the report also scored a 4 out of 5. Material issues such as climate change, resource efficiency, responsible gaming, and economic contributions are clearly identified and supported by quantitative data. While the information is decision useful, some impact remain qualitative. Third, consistency and integration is rated 4 out of 5. Governance, strategy, risk management, and performance metrics are generally aligned across sections, although minor fragmentations exist due to the report's thematic structure. Fourth, transparency of boundaries and assumptions receive a strong 5 out of 5. Reporting boundaries, assumptions, limitations, and data reliability are clearly disclosed, fully meeting IFRS S1 requirements. Finally, for comparability, the report scores 4 out of 5. Multi-year data and alignment of a recognized framework supports comparisons over time and with peers, though industry-specific ratios could further enhance comparability. Now, for evaluation of IFRS S1 for Sunway Berhad. First, clarity and connectivity. We rate Sunway a 5 out of 5 for clarity and connectivity. Sustainability information is clearly linked to group's strategy, business model, and value creation process, with strong connections to financial performance, risk management, and long-term growth, fully aligned with IFRS S1. Second, specificity and materiality. We assign a score of 5 out of 5 for specificity and materiality. The report provides entity-specific material disclosure supported by quantitative metrics, targets, and thresholds, with material issue clearly linked to Sunway's business segments. Third, consistency and integration. We rate the report 4 out of 5 for consistency and integration. Governance, strategy, risk management, and performance metrics are largely consistent, although the group's diversified operations slightly limit seamless integrations. Fourth, transparency of boundaries and assumptions. We score Sunway a 4 out of 5 for transparency. Reporting boundaries, scopes, assumptions, and limitations are clearly disclosed, while partial Scope 3 coverage reflects common industry challenges. Finally, comparability. We rate comparability at 4 out of 5. Historical data, alignment with FFRS, IGRI, CDP, and RIZZUAN Malaysia frameworks support benchmarking over time and across peers, despite constraints from sectoral diversity. Now, evaluation of IFRS S2 for Genting Berhad. First, governance. We rate Genting Malaysia 4 out of 5 for governance. Board and management oversight of sustainability and climate-related matters is clearly described through established committees, and climate change is recognized as a material issue. However, climate oversight remains embedded within the broader ESG governance rather than being distinctly articulated, slightly limiting full IFRS S2 alignment. Second strategy. We assign a score of 4 out of 5 for strategy. Climate-related risks and opportunities are discussed in relation to resort operations, particularly energy use, emissions management, and environmental initiatives. While these support long-term value creation, disclosures on value chain impacts and climate-related financial scenario analysis remain high level. Third, risk management. For risk management, we give Genting a 4 out of 5. Climate risks are integrated into enterprise risk management processes and supported by ISO 14001 systems, but the report provides limited details on climate scenario analysis and quantified risk thresholds. Finally, metrics and targets. We rate metrics and targets 4 out of 5. Key climate metrics, including energy consumptions, Scope 1 and 2 emissions, and early Scope 3 indicators, are disclosed with progress tracking. However, long-term quantified emissions reductions targets are still under development. Let's move to Sunway, Berhad. First, governance. We rate Sunway 5 out of 5 for governance. The company provides a clear and robust descriptions of board and management oversight of climate-related risks. The Board Sustainability Committee holds ultimate responsibility, supported by the Management Sustainability Committee and the Group Sustainability Departments. Climate performance is embedded into senior management KPIs and remuneration, sharing strong accountability and full alignment with IFRS S2 governance requirements. Second, strategy. We also rate the strategy 5 out of 5. Sunway clearly explains how climate risks and opportunities affect its business model and value chain. Transition risks such as carbon taxes and CBAM and opportunities including renewable energy and green buildings are fully integrated into strategy, capital allocation, and long-term value creation. Initiatives like internal carbon pricing, low carbon construction, and energy efficiency link climate strategy directly to financial resilience and competitive advantage. Third, risk management. For risk management, we give Sunway 4 out of 5. The company outlines structured processes to identify, assess, and manage climate-related risks within its enterprise risk management framework, aligned with the references like the IPCC and World Economic Forum. However, more detailed climate scenario analysis and quantitative financial sensitivity could further strengthen alignment with the best-in-class practice of IFRS S2. Finally, metrics and targets. We rate metrics and targets 5 out of 5. Sunway disclosed comprehensive climate metrics target, including Scope 1 and 2, which GHG emissions, energy consumption, renewable energy generation, waste diversion, and emissions intensity. Progress towards targets is clearly quantified and supported by internal carbon pricing mechanisms, demonstrating strong compliance with IFRS S2 requirements.
Now, I will present the evaluation of sustainability assurance levels for Genting Berhad and Sunway Berhad based on the evidence from their sustainability and integrated reports. So, for Genting Berhad, sustainability disclosures are reviewed internally by management and the board of directors. ESG oversight is embedded within the board governance structure, management committees, and internal control and review processes. There is no external verification or independent assurance for Genting Berhad sustainability disclosures. However, board and management reviews are present, supported by internal governance and controls. Genting Berhad does not name any independent external assurance provider. There is no external assurance statement and no recognized assurance standards such as ISAE 3000, AA 1000 AS, or ISO 14064-3 reference. No third-party assurance conclusion is issued. Higher assurance levels do not apply because sustainability disclosures are subject only to internal management and board review. There is no independent third-party verification which aligns with the definition of internal review. In conclusion, Genting Berhad demonstrates strong internal governance and internal audit review of sustainability reporting. However, due to the absence of independent verification, the assurance level is limited to score 2, which is internal review. Now let's continue with Sunway Berhad. For Sunway Berhad, sustainability disclosures are also reviewed internally by management and the board of directors. ESG oversight is embedded within board level sustainability governance, management implementation, and internal reporting mechanisms. Sunway Berhad does not disclose any external sustainability assurance. No independent assurance provider is identified and no recognized assurance standards are referenced. External auditors only provide assurance for financial statements, not sustainability information. Higher assurance levels do not apply because the sustainability disclosures are limited to internal management review and board approval. There is no involvement of independent third-party assurance providers, which aligns with Score 2 under the assurance scale. In conclusion, Sunway Berhad demonstrates structured internal governance and oversight over sustainability reporting. However, the absence of independent external verification limits the assurance level to Score 2, which is internal review.
Assalamualaikum and everybody to everyone. Today, to begin our analysis of the financial linkage between Genting Berhad and Sunway Group, let's look at liquidity ratio. Okay, these ratios are vital because they measure a company ability to meet short-term ESG related to obligation, such as paying vendor for green materials. As you can see from the table, both company maintains a healthy liquidity position. However, Genting Berhad holds a slightly stronger edge with a current ratio of 1.3 and quick ratio of 1.23. This gives them a more robust buffer and greater financial flexibility in short term. On the other hand, Sunway Group Berhad shows slightly lower ratio, specifically a quick ratio of 0.88, but their level remains sufficient to support their ongoing sustainability initiative without interruption. Okay, moving on to profitability, which we view as the engine that funds the ESG transition. These ratios show us how effectively a company generates return to reinvest in green technology and infrastructure. The contrast here is quite clear. Sunway Group Berhad demonstrates significantly stronger profitability across all indicators with a net profit margin of 16.25% and a ROE of 8%. This ratio operationally efficiency gives Sunway a much greater ability to internally fund large-scale climate-related initiatives. While Genting Berhad remain profitable overall, their margin are tighter with a net profit margin of 1.98%. This is largely due to the capital-intensive nature of their operations, which may limit their flexibility when it comes to allocating massive resources to new sustainability projects compared to Sunway. Finally, let's look at the leverage ratio, which evaluate long-term financial risks, especially for sustainability-linked bonds. Okay, Sunway Group maintains a more conservative capital structure with a lower debt-to-equity ratio of 0.68 and a stronger interest coverage of 2.4 times. This suggests they have more room to take on specialized sustainability financing in the future. Genting, meanwhile, shows a higher reliance on debt with a ratio of 1.1, which indicates a higher long-term financial risk. To summarize our findings, Sunway Berhad is in a very strong position. They are high profitability and have a low leverage, make them ready for international reporting standards like IFRS S1 and S2. Genting Berhad is showing a great commitment to sustainability, but they face more constraints. Their path forward will require improved financial sustainability integration and perhaps wider assurance to strengthen their future readiness.
Next, this slide focuses on discussion and future outlook for sustainability reporting at Genting Malaysia Berhad. First, Genting Malaysia faces significant challenges in ensuring credible sustainability reporting. The company operates across multiple countries, including Malaysia, US, UK, Egypt, and Bahamas. As a result, it must comply with different regulatory requirements and reporting standards. In addition, Genting operates in the leisure, hospitality, and gaming sector, which carry sector-specific ESG risks. Social sustainability is another key challenge, particularly in areas such as responsible gaming, customer welfare, and broader societal impact. Many of these ESG factors are qualitative and behavioral in nature, making them difficult to measure accurately. Currently, there is also reliance on internal assurance, which may limit the credibility of ESG data, especially on climate change, energy efficiency, and biodiversity impact. Furthermore, sustainability reporting is not yet fully integrated with enterprise risk management or financial performance. Looking ahead, Genting Malaysia should gradually adopt IFRS S1 and S2 standard and strengthen the link between sustainability risk and financial outcome. Improving climate-related disclosure and accelerating independent external assurance will enhance transparency. The company should also prioritize high-risk areas such as energy users and emission while improving internal ESG control and data quality. Overall, stronger sustainability reporting will enhance corporate governance, support long-term value creation, strengthen stakeholder trust, and improve earnings stability in a highly regulated industry. Next, this slide highlights the discussion and future outlook for sustainability reporting at Sunway Berhad. Sunway faces challenges in ensuring credible sustainability reporting due to its highly diversified business operation, which include property, healthcare, construction, hotel, manufacturing, and quarrying. Each business segment faces different ESG risks, making data collection and standardization more complex. Measuring long-term environmental impact is also challenging, particularly in areas such as Scope 3, emissions, lifestyle, assessment, and supply chain sustainability. In addition, Sunway must align multiple reporting standards including GRI, SASB, and IFRS S1 and S2, while keeping up with increasing regulatory requirements. Partial external assurance and limited assurance on forward-looking climate and transition risks may also reduce stakeholder confidence. Looking ahead, Sunway should strengthen ESG data governance across all business divisions and adopt IT-enabled sustainability reporting system. Expanding independent external assurance and integrating sustainability into capital investment and township planning decisions will be critical. Linking its ESG performance to financial outcome and enhancing board level its ESG competency will further strengthen oversight. Overall, stronger sustainability reporting will support better corporate governance, enhance stakeholder trust, and position sustainability as a key long-term value driver rather than a short-term cost.